Back in for the agony. What's going on, guys? How is everyone?
Good. Good. You're right.
I'm just watching the cat.
Agony.
Is
he going to finish the title or
agony booth? We are joined by
That's
the
when
amazing...
the agony escapes. It just becomes the agony.
We are joined by, if you haven't noticed, the amazing geek filter himself, Aaron.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Bravo.
Can't believe you keep agreeing to come back.
Well, you know, like it's TAS. I think it's like genetic or something. I have to just respond.
We're very thankful you're here. We'll say that. I've got a bunch of questions about this episode.
This morning, I re-listened to the interview we did with Larry Brody for the book. So it's interesting because there's more stuff here that he said that was in the book because it's not all positive, and we weren't writing a. You know, like I think the joke they said was like, you know, it's not 60 minutes, it's an episode guide. So like some of the stories that were a little bit more negative did not make it in. So I've got some of that.
Nice. I like negativity personally. I thrive.
Well, it's behind the scenes stuff.
It's my honey and milk, to be perfectly honest.
So you want to open the episode guy and go, this really pissed me off. Oh, okay, great, excellent.
Yeah.
Gene wasn't perfect, if that surprises you.
No.
Yeah.
I heard stories.
You're going to tell me he was a human being with faults? I do not believe that. He was a god, and he was as perfect as he wrote his characters in the first season of TNG.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are going to go say hello before we start jumping off. We're going to say hello to the destiny of momhood, Cosmic Mom. How are you?
How are you?
She is rocking that amazing T-shirt all the way from Japan through Texas through Jersey.
Very cool.
From Jason.
A year long sabbatical in my closet, thinking how am I going to get this to her? Yes, I'm glad that was finally delivered because my friend Jason Kaz and I we went through Japan looking for a Godzilla shirt, and you want to know what we kept getting told? Come back next week, and it's Godzilla week.
Oh,
I won't be here next week.
Godzilla week.
Wow.
They have a Godzilla week.
We're doing it. They gotta have something.
Hey, you know what? They can have Godzilla week. I think that's awesome.
I think we should have a Godzilla. But anyway, I also want to thank you for the birthday gift.
You're welcome.
Odo.
I love Odo.
It was totally planned for your birthday.
Yeah. Just which birthday?
My birthday.
Whatever birthday is closest, that's the one it was planned for.
Yeah. Beaming in from Ohio, our good buddy, My Figure Universe, saying hello.
Hey, My Figure Universe.
Yeah, special greetings to Geek Filter, who says hello. Hey, yeah. And then our good friend Aaron Sugar is in the chat. Good to see you again,
Hello.
sir. Hi, Aaron. Aaron. And then sometimes the negativity can be the real...
The reveal.
Reveal the creative process.
Hey, spite and hatred is why I do everything.
Isn't the best music written
my
when
motivation?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm furious
then,
right now, so today's show is going to be really good.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is going to be great. And happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, it was 7 months ago.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yeah. Can we start the show?
Yes, all right.
Can we actually start the show now?
We go. We're talking about.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Episode, we've got to fill time here somehow. Come on.
No, we don't. We got a lot to talk about.
Episode. So let's hop into the synopsis. Jason Roy-Gaston, if you please.
While exploring the center of the galaxy, the crew of the Enterprise are transported by an alien named Lucien to the planet Magicks 2, where magic and witchcraft are normal. Kirk and the crew are placed on trial by the inhabitants in response to the Salem Witch Trials. Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
Spoiler alert!
Talk about full circle, right? All right, let's hop into the first segment.
Is it sad that I keep forgetting about the pixelation every week?
Yeah, me too.
Just like,
We're trying to keep it classy here. We're trying to keep
it's
it
because
classy.
you can almost see his. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that one of the balls from Labyrinth? Can you twirl it and all that stuff? Okay, we'll take it. He brought his own Magicks to the episode. All right.
Yes.
VHS Jace. WTF did we just watch?
Oh, you're throwing it on me now.
Yeah.
I got a question.
We're skipping Gasta today. Heck no, he's out of it. He's angry.
How did this even make it on the wheel in the first place?
This was a lot of fun.
This was not agony to watch. This was enjoyable. I had a blast with this. It was silly. It was goofy. It was
very
hilarious,
silly.
and it was highly entertaining from my perspective. I'm like, okay, so Satan's the good guy here, kinda. Like, I'm going with it. I thought it was and also a very interesting way to kind of deal with magic, kind of deal with myth and all that kind of fantasy element. I don't know. Maybe I'm old and I'm going like your current president right now, starting to lose a little bit. But I loved it. I thought it was great.
All right. Jason, Roy Gaston.
I thought it blows.
And that's why it's on the wheel, ladies and gentlemen.
I was watching it and I was thinking, what is this? You want to hear my impression of William Shatner during this episode? Lucien, no. You're going to kill everyone on board if you keep doing this. Lucien, let me go. I'm drifting apart in a cloud of molecules. Lucien, I'm so glad that you saved it. Yeah, Shatner was definitely not invested in this one.
No, he was a little flat for sure.
One of the first times in his life, he was the flattest character. Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were there in person, so they were acting off of each other. So that makes it
he
even
didn't
worse.
want to be.
Yeah.
Oh God, he walked in. He's like, "Ugh, doing Takei. Ugh, fine. Oh no, Lucien, no. Oh no, the Enterprise is gonna blow up. No, oh no. Okay, I'm gone golfing. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Nimoy, you want to go? Okay, never mind.
So much only cool with Nimoy. Is that what it is? Was Shatner and Nimoy the only ones that were cool, or did they all like?
They were cool up until the last year that Nimoy was alive, and then Shatner did something that made him upset, and they didn't talk again, which I actually think is really sad.
Wow, that's crazy.
No.
All right.
Well, yeah, great. That's probably your way up, hasn't it?
Yeah, right. So, Aaron, let's hear your WTF that we just watched. I'd love to hear your takes.
It's always hard for me to have any kind of off the cuff kind of opinion because I dive into these things so much. Yeah. But yeah, to me, I've never understood why it's it's one of the worst episodes of Star Trek. I'm like, no, there are a lot of worse episodes of Star Trek. I'm sorry. This is not that bad. It's fun. It's enjoyable. There's some, 1973 probably made more sense, but there's some weird, the center of the galaxy and how it's made. It's none of that made any sense.
Cat.
I know.
Yeah, everybody's cat's making a guess.
She's going around in a circle. I don't know what. Oh, my desk is up. She can't actually get down.
Oh.
So I may lower it and then put it back up.
We're gonna hear.
Yeah.
Cat. Oh,
just come on,
cat.
Oh, another cute little catty.
Come down here. Come on.
You'll never know what furry friend is gonna surprise us on this show.
See, Murder Bean's sitting in my lap this whole time, and she's just being a sweet baby.
Oh,
see, aren't you?
Is she gonna leave you a surprise or not that?
No, that's Demona who poops on me.
Okay, gotcha.
This one's the tailless wonder. She doesn't have the tail.
Wow.
Ah.
Yeah.
Her tail disappeared into the center of the galaxy where all matter is more.
In the middle of a storm.
Yeah.
Right at
Lucien is holding it. Hello, my old friend. Ow! I was just telling them what a good baby you were, and you bit me.
Does she look tasty? Go ahead.
The center of the universe would make more sense than the center of the galaxy, but that also wouldn't be possible to get to. So, I mean, this is back in TAS times when you can go to the edge of the galaxy and the center of the galoxy and pretty fast, apparently. So
yeah, Enterprise could move, man. They got up to warp 10 somehow and didn't turn into salamanders.
It's also
different warp scale. But yeah,
the center of the galaxy must be really crowded. You've got where all the matter comes from, next to Shakari, next to 20 different other things that TOS in the animated series made canon, and I'm sure that TNG probably did something once. I don't know. And can you imagine a Lucien and the God entity like running into each other? Like, God, my old friend, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Oh man,
this is, I reckon, an episode based upon a writer's weekend when they go off and do those weekends. Except they took acid that weekend, and this is the script that came out of it.
And the background artist
literally
came
asked
with him.
that. You're right. We have. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry.
The cat got him.
Is he on
Something
Kardashian?
smells like it's burning, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
No, he's on Magicks too.
Yes, the episode we just.
Did you even watch the episode, Joe?
See, I don't blame you because it was. I know it's not the worst ever, but it was bad.
What, that background?
No, the episode.
That's Magicks too.
Yeah.
That's
literally from this
looking
episode.
background.
Yeah.
It is.
I apologize.
No, I
It sounds
do.
like
Honestly,
ozone smell, and I don't know what. I don't want my apartment to burn down. I don't know what just happened. I'm wondering when I moved the desk if it did something.
I think don't worry.
Well, if you see smoke, wait until we're done with the podcast, and then you
Yeah.
can go off.
It'd be like that.
Sorry,
man,
continue.
that doggy that's-
Maybe I'm a detriment to this episode. I think.
No more than the rest of us. No more than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Well, those two.
Do you like to? I like to think that whenever
So, go on, move on.
I wasn't
move
even
on.
listening to you, so it's all right. You know what? You don't exist.
Typical. It's
Do
always
you
the
think
way.
that whenever they moved to their new planet of Magicks 2, do you think their first planet was just called Magicks, or was it called Magicks 1?
TU. So.
But do you think that maybe that's just like a pun? Maybe it was TOO. This is Magicks 2, kind of like
I
Splash
like Teen
2.
Wolf too.
Yeah, or Splash 2, right?
Well, we don't talk about Splash 2.
We don't talk about Teen Wolf 2, but you brought it
Yeah,
up.
we do. Bateman, Jason Bateman all the way.
Oh my
The
god!
ageless. All right, let's hop into our next segment.
Please.
These are even segments anymore, really.
Or war.
I love how that entire set is basically they just put up a wall in engineering and pretended like we wouldn't notice.
Oh.
We noticed.
That's for me.
Yeah. All right. Jason Roy Gaston.
Yes. Why would they do that? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Why would they do that?
God.
Okay. I know that Aaron left, but no, I know
No,
Aaron probably.
I apologize. I'm still trying to figure this out because it's like, yeah,
Well, I know some of
burning
the
in
story, but
electronics and kind of scares me. So
yeah, I'm concerned about you. I know Aaron probably knows more about this story than I do, so I'm going to let him cover it if he survives that long.
Yeah.
But just based on what I saw, this looked a lot like creatives trying to do a story they were not allowed to do when the series was live action. And it's funny because this series is kind of aimed for a younger audience, and they're doing a story that looks like it was too mature for the series that was aimed at an older audience. Because, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but America is kind of a puritanical country, and the whole idea of Satan being the good guy is a bit controversial. And that is, I don't know.
if you notice, Gene has always wanted to meet God. Like, that
yes.
seems to be no.
He did that in 1991, though, didn't he?
Oh.
Buddy.
Wow. Wow.
Goodbye.
Hey, it could have been worse. I could have said he met Lucien.
Oh.
No, I know. We know where.
But yeah, so the idea, this was originally supposed to be God, and they're like, oh no, you can't do God. This is the standards and practice people. It's like he can't disappear in a flash of light. That's Jesus and God. We're like, what Bible is that from? Like, so it was very weird. So they basically said, I wrote it down. He said that if you get God wrong, everyone will complain, but no one will complain how you portray the devil. So that's why they switched it.
Unless you make him the good guy.
Portray him as a super nice kind of
Yeah, I know.
accommodating. My friends, here, have a drink. Like,
Yeah.
It was a friend.
And I think part of it's like they made it sure it wasn't. They knew it wasn't the actual devil or something.
Yeah.
So that was part of it. But apparently, it got very few. Like it got pushed back in places, and there are a couple places that didn't run it, but mostly it was ignored. And had it been God, it would not have been ignored. It probably would not have been shown
until 1980. What?
But
was
yeah,
Star Trek V. Final Frontier.
1989, I think.
1989. Yeah,
but that's not a kids show either. So that's the difference.
No,
Yeah.
no. But that's
there were pratfalls like it was a kids show, though.
Yeah,
Pratfalls on that thing like it was on the Disney Channel.
I say I think kids also did the special effects and
no.
I think they wrote the script.
All right.
Wouldn't it be funny if Scotty knocked himself out?
I know this shit like the back of my hand. Boom.
I just expect a Disney Channel laugh track. Just
Yeah.
Has anybody done that yet? Has anybody added a laugh track to Star Trek V?
No, but I think you should. That sounds like a good.
I'm going to. Don't any of you steal that idea until
I'm doing it. I'm doing it straight
right now.
Don't you dare!
This episode, he's like,
Lucien will have your soul.
Oh no!
But he'll be really nice about it.
VHS Jace.
I'm just waiting to see if Jason's is finished. Oh, he's finished. All right, I can talk now.
So anyway, I wanted to. No,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I look. I don't know if they were aiming for comedy here because I was laughing a lot at this. Maybe it's ironically funny, but it was. I mean, that whole portrayal of Lucien is so comical. It's so over the top. In fact, every time we hear a voice, it's so epic. It's so epic. Like,
look at my rippling muscles.
Yeah,
and it's played up for that. And in some ways, I feel like they're also trying to appeal to the younger audience with this, because even really youngins would know about Salem and the whole Halloween thing behind it. So they understand Salem, they understand that time. There's a lot of basic myths that we learn early on, and they're kind of playing in that realm. So I'm sure if I was I'm sure people in the 1973, after they'd smoked some pot, thought this was an amazing episode.
Yeah.
Because it kind of feels like an episode you should be smoking pot with.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I smoke pot, but, it really
We did
like
ask, and he was not on drugs when he did it.
He's not on
Wow.
drugs. But the backdrops, the center of the universe visual.
Well, he didn't draw it, and the writer didn't draw it.
No.
Everything the artist very well could have been. That is actually
could have been because
I got you, man.
And I love that there's fireworks in the middle of the center of the galaxy, and they don't even really try to make them look different than just basic fireworks. This is when they're in the Filmation stock, whatever archive room, going through animation cells. Yeah, that'll do. You kind of appreciate it. And I laughed out loud when the Enterprise glows, and then, for no real reason at all, splits in half.
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be trippy. I think that was just the whole idea that it was like, what you perceive as normal is not normal. This is how we portray it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
all right.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Sorry, I missed the first part of what we were doing when I was looking for the fire.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
Why would they make an episode like this, Aaron?
Why would they? Yeah. Well, that answer before, like, what? But they would do it because they wanted to do something else and couldn't. Essentially, I think it's one of those the common trope that Gene will revisit. Just flipping expectations, standing up for the person you basically finding like, oh, this isn't the bad guy really. He's somebody we can actually communicate with. So having that whole not every in Star Trek, bad guys are rarely just bad evil guys. There's something behind it that you go like, okay, I can identify with that, and then give it another series or two, and suddenly they're on the bridge, so they're our friends. It's like
Golden Cop. Anyone?
In the comic book, actually, he is on the bridge. He's in the alternate universe that
the
Q,
Sons of
Q
Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been reading that.
Issue number 3. I did a cover.
I thought it looked good.
There you go. See, you're not multi-talented. man of the hour.
So that's my why they did it, and it was also the 70s, so the look of it, I'm sure, is part of that whole era, and the Filmation guys had drinks at lunch and drinks at breakfast and drinks in the evening, and so there was a lot of drinking, I've been told, so that could explain.
Oh, are you serious?
I'm a massive Filmation fan. I mean, there's two massive He-Man fans here that are obsessed with He-Man's Master Universe. So I love the reuse of their animation cells. So as much as I'm joking about it, it's great. You can tell how efficient it must have been for them back then.
A lot of the stuff that they were doing, though, was used later. Like their stuff, a lot of it was new. There are some things that they would trace over. Like if you see them swimming under the water in the ambergris element when they get turned into underwater people, that's Aquaman and Aqualad. You can overlay the two images, and you can see Spock and Aquaman have the same
outline,
same everything. Yeah.
But hey, you know what? If Disney can do it, Filmation.
Yeah.
Well, they basically made the equivalent of macros. That's in a computer. But they were with photocopies and stuff. But that was the only way they could crank it out in the time period that they had. So
now I'm under the impression, and I'm always generally wrong, I'm under the impression that some of the backdrops for the animated series were actually used in He-Man at some point. So Filmation,
I want to say what you call it, yesteryear, the Vulcan. I swear at one point it was like in the background of the castle, wherever He-Man's mom. What's her name? Crap.
Marlena.
Thank you, from Earth. She was standing in like a solarium, and it looked like, that's Spock's house, and like you could
Oh, wow.
It's like, okay, yeah. I mean, He-Man is the reason we found out, or like why I postulated that pink was not a color that was chosen because the art director was colorblind. Because if that was true, it would have changed before 1980, whatever, when He-Man was like, it was a very segmented company, but you would never have gotten to that. Somebody would have said, hey, this isn't supposed to be pink. But it's a stylistic choice, and they did have a slightly colorblind art director, but people don't know, the art director didn't have anything to do with color, which sounds weird, but there's a colorist and the person who was in charge of what everything looked like. So everybody had their own little silo, essentially, and you did not cross over. And if you had to talk to somebody from the other silo, you sent inter-office memos. It's just like,
wow.
It felt a little too. I would hate working there for that reason.
So I was watching something the other day about the creation of the 1960s Spider-Man cartoon, and they said that one reason why so many of the villains were green was because green paint was cheap. Do you think maybe the pink paint was cheap, and maybe that's why they kept using it? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just sad. The company that did had the paint for TAS and for He-Man and everything closed 3 months before I started doing the style guide for the animated series for Paramount, because it's like, I didn't know these people were still around. They can tell me what colors what, so I can actually choose what it looked like before it was photographed and went on the air, and so it's like I get the fresh look to it. And it's because of COVID and a couple other things. They couldn't stay in business, and but I luckily found somebody was selling a bunch of stuff on eBay. I didn't win, but I did have the photos of it, and they had all of the colors were matched to the people and stuff like that. And because I know my friend who worked on He-Man, he was able to give me the codes, because all it was numbers. It doesn't do anything what it connects to. So that was fun. That was a weird little He-Man TAS connection, but
love it.
Yeah, you got the right guys to appreciate that type of connection. For me, I think, why would they do that? Because somebody was doodling and drew all these muscles upon muscles and was like, this would be a great guy to be in a Star Trek cartoon. Let's do it.
Hey, Joe, you know what the great thing about that is like, because my impression that this is Satan, like, was a bit of a surprise to me, because mostly I think this is Satan. You don't know, Aaron. Joe
it's a quick story.
lovely enough to host us over in the convention a couple of weeks ago. So we lived at his place. Teddy, as you know, is a little mascot. Did nothing but just bark at us and try to bite us for like 2-3 solid days.
It wasn't even trying. He succeeded a couple of times.
Yeah,
he would do a running leap and like nip our buttocks. It was amazing. Yeah. I wasn't even mad.
Shirts.
Like if we were going to be there another day, we started looking up where we could find exorcists for this dog.
Oh wow!
There was a balcony. I'm telling you, that dog was gonna.
No, not
like Rent.
Just a little loud.
He would have hit the floor. He would have got up, shook, and then run back in the building. We'd be like, "Oh no, run!" He's mad. He's mad.
He's super mad.
While we're interrupting the show, While we're interrupting the show, there is something else I want to say. Is besides staying at your place for 3 days, who suffered the most was your lovely wife, who I believe it's her birthday today.
It is. It's my handler's birthday.
So we do want to say happy birthday to you, Amy. It was absolutely lovely to meet you. It is your day. I hope Joe has been spoiling you. And have a kind of a wonderful birthday. And while you're married to Joe, me and Jason just couldn't figure out. We spent the whole day in New York just walking the city going, why does she put up with him? We have no idea.
You amazing,
birthday, Amy.
patient woman. You.
Yeah. Got patience of a saint for sure.
Yes.
Okay, we're done now.
All right. And the other thing is, I think that they wanted. I think this is 2 episodes in one because I think that they wanted to do something to do with the Salem Witch Trial, and
very
popular. Look at Eric's with the 3 hand holes right there. I love the 3 hand holes that Eric's.
Yeah, they like put another hole over
that
him.
Joke. It's just they didn't have to do it. But they did, and I love it.
Yeah.
I was just shocked.
Eric's, is that your 3rd leg? I see. Oh my.
Yeah.
The satanic imagery, though, that they're cool
with
doing it. Great.
Yeah, they just had a pentagram right on the floor. Like, whatever.
I was dabbles in Satanism.
Yeah, this is what happens when you go to space. Maybe this inspired Event Horizon.
Hey, maybe. I love that movie. It's a great movie.
Doom, the video game.
I don't like that movie though.
No, but the game rocks.
The game was amazing.
The game rocks. The movie doesn't because of The Rock.
Yeah,
except for that 10-minute sequence where they do the first-person shooter.
Oh yeah, it's all the fun of watching somebody else play a video game and they won't share a controller.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
The other thing was when Kirk actually gets, all right, I believe in you. Like Spock says, the power of this.
Believe I can.
I believe I can. All you have to do is believe, and that's the magic of this center of the universe. And then what does Kirk do? Oh, I'm going to create another woman. And he makes another chick. And it was like, dude, really? Come on.
No, it was Sulu. It was Sulu.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Sulu.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was extra funny when it turns into like the buff guy at the end, which is like,
because it's like,
that makes sense.
Oh my. Poof, Lucien. Oh my.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome catch. All right, let us move on.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Warp 10. Oh, man. Jason Morgaston.
The redeeming features of this episode is that it is just absolutely delightfully bonkers in every way, from the whole idea that they're going into the center of the galaxy where all matter is made, to it turning into a psychedelic fireworks display, meeting Lucien, and he's one half wise wizard, the other half the stupidest person alive, because he comes out and he's just like, I can do magic, I'm wise, I'm old, hello my old friends, I don't understand why people are mortal because I'm dumb. And then all of the other people on Megas 2 are the same way. They're just like, yeah, these are the ones who did this to us. Yeah, you do know we don't live that long, right? I don't understand, what do you mean?
This is redeeming features, just to remind.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's bonkers. And the episode. Okay, y'all, the episode's bad. It's bad.
Off street.
It did not work out. It's bad. But it's bad in the worst possible way because it's so unhinged. It's not only unhinged, it's the door has blown off and has struck 3 people, killing them instantly. That is how unhinged this episode is. And I kind of like the fact that it's Star Trek and it's out of whack. I don't know what it is. I'm watching it thinking I should be hating this, but I don't. I know it's bad, but I don't completely hate what I'm seeing here just because it's so weird. It is just the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen. They meet Satan and he's a good guy. What the heck?
For me, the really cool shot of the ship towards the end was really neat. I thought they did a great job of the illustration of the Enterprise in that episode. It was it's probably one of the better looking ones. I don't know if this was towards the end of the series that they did this, because I'm sure episode 9. So, no, it's not. Is it? Do they do that out of sync like they do?
Yeah, episode 8, first season.
Yeah, so maybe not, but it was really cool shots. I did like the psychedelic stuff. I started to want to play the Grateful Dead while all that was going on in the background. I thought that would be cool, or maybe Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon would sync to it just right, but apparently not. I tried.
I think the shot you're talking about also is in One of Our Planets is Missing.
Oh yes,
when it's coming out of the cloud.
Is
it the forward view you're talking about?
Yes. I thought that was amazing. And I really, I all want to know who was the voice of Lucien.
I think it was Doohan, wasn't it?
Was it Doohan? Because
there was
moments where it sounded like Doohan, and moments where it
the other guy is the one who was in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. Oh wow.
Yeah, I will find it.
Gary
I always
Lockwood?
joke that I wrote this book so I didn't have to keep it in my head, so I could just look it up.
Oh wow, I'm referencing myself.
Yes. I've actually tried. I had Chat GPT reconstruct things that I've written, which is really weird. I was like, "Oh, that's my sentence." Like, that's great.
Wow, that's cool.
Ed Bishop is the Asmodeus, and
Bishop.
James Doohan was
everybody else.
I think that was.
Everybody else.
I could have sworn I heard George Takei doing a voice in there somewhere.
He's in the disembodied when they're like, "Hey, come out of the ship" or whatever like that.
Well, we have been able to trace you. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that all seeing beings all talk like this.
I've just found a typo.
Oh, nice.
James Doohan, alien captain. I'm like, what alien? There's no alien captain in this episode. Something's wrong there. I don't know.
Whoopsie.
Figure that out.
VHS Jace.
I reckon this episode goes, yes, it is batshit crazy. Yes, it is stylistically a product of its time. But it now has aged like fine wine to me. It's gone beyond bad and come around to be great because it's past that threshold of being bad. And it's like watching your favorite B-grade movie from the 80s or something. But essentially at its core, it's still Star Trek, even though it's dealing with some crazy, nonsensical science. It's still at its core Star Trek. I think you were a bit harsh about Shatner's performance in this. Yes, it was a little bit flat, but I would have a go at Nimoy going. He was a bit flat as well in this episode
because he just kept saying fascinating.
Yeah, but it was fascinating.
Okay, I can see Nimoy reading the script, going, "Okay, Spock draws a pentagram and then says." Fascinating.
I need to see if I can if Larry will send me the original script, but the story is his. Every single word was rewritten by Gene.
Oh, so wow.
He went to the recording thing and was just like, these are not my words that they are recording. What's going on? And that's something that Gene just did. And it was like, he said that I think like 99% of it was different. It's the same point, and everything it was all the same story. It just wasn't the dialogue that he wrote. So it is possible that he had written more engaging dialogue, and Gene, who always needed to put his fingerprint on everything,
dumb it down a bit.
Yeah.
But I think, and the other thing about this being a really weird Star Trek episode, well, we're doing that now too, aren't we? We just come off the back of a musical Star Trek episode recently. We're swinging for the fences these days, are we not? And I think just they were swinging for the fences back then.
Yeah.
So My hat's off to this episode.
There you go. There you go. All right, Aaron, please.
For me, I mean, this is in retrospect, but it's a really cool time capsule of animation in the 70s where people like if you remember In Search Of and all the interest in the occult and the early 70s to mid 70s, like all of those things are sort of those kind of pop culture influences are there in that episode. The whole Salem witch trial, because people were really interested in like because of the bicentennial coming up, people were interested in the past, and we got a lot of stuff on television that was set in that era. I think the Bewitched went to it not that many years before this episode. It's historically inaccurate where they went, because they were not that time period. They were not doing the stocks and the burning and stuff like that. It was different, but
they were hanging people. They were not burning them.
Or
actually never
drowning
they
them.
actually
They drown them. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if she can't swim, then she's a witch. Wait.
Yeah. I'm a witch then, because I.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, and for me, that's cool. And there's another level to it that I mean, obviously this wasn't what they were planning when they wrote it, but they're basically Q.
Yeah.
And we put this into our Star Trek Adventures supplement that Federation scientists believe that they are a proto-Q continuum, or the Q continuum at a different point in their evolution. Because he's got seemingly magical powers. He can snap his finger and vanishes in a flash of light. He's obsessed with humans, translates the Megan's world into something that humans can understand, like they did with the Road and Voyager, and they put humanity on trial. It was like all of these things, like, oh, that's all Q.
You know, the head pilgrim did kind of give me John Delancey vibes a couple of times. So
I mean, the suit was almost halfway there.
Yeah.
Because John Delancey's Q, he loves dress up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So I thought that was like, okay, if nothing else for the game, it's beta canon, so it's like, it was kind of fun. But the more I watched it, I'm like, oh wow, there's so many little pieces that I could totally see in Q episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a kind of it's a you have to know the future to appreciate that past part. But that's for me. That's
the Magicks of it all.
Yes.
Get it?
Oh,
come on, that was good stuff. No, come on, Jace, come on, Jace.
No.
Oh.
No. Even your dog's not happy.
Same episode where my wife's getting Teddy's handler's getting an amazing birthday shout out. It's the same episode where we're revealing Teddy.
Can you call her by her name occasionally? You just, every time you talk about your lovely wife, it's like, oh, Teddy's handler. Like
we're just gonna start calling you Teddy's property.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well. I'm the more forgettable of the two. But I'm less nippy, right? I didn't bite at your butts.
Well, we didn't stay long enough.
Not as often, no.
All right. I believe we have a very special event today for honor of our host guest.
Yep.
All right.
Do you want to throw to the chat first before?
Oh yeah, let's say hello. Hello. What's going on in the chatty chats? Mr. Gaines is back. Hi, buddy.
Hello.
G'day.
Hello. Hola.
Yep.
It's happy to see my mom.
Okay.
My mom is very amused by the 70s animation. Now,
Great animation.
being someone that lived through not only the 70s but 60s, you have a great pendulum of decades of animation. My mother was a big comic book and animation guru. So, do you think, Ma, if you're still there, that this type of animation should be brought back? Because this has its own type of style that I think is kind of.
Wasn't this really born off the back of like shows like Huckleberry Hound when they were first trying to develop half an hour animated television that obviously they couldn't do 24 frames a second, could they?
Have you guys seen
limited animation?
Have you guys seen I think the Best of Both Worlds and Threshold that they redid in this animated style on YouTube? So it's possible
Well, very
Automatic
short
Gazelle
really
or something. That's the company's name. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Those are very short
It's
tracks.
I wanted
I mean,
them
that
to
was
do the very short treks and let someone else to completely rewrite the first three. That was like, there will never be another 50th anniversary, and you've just destroyed that. That was like, it wasn't even done like the Automatic Gazelle people. Every little thing that they did, I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what happened with this animation. Like they saw this, and the people who did the official ones just were like, oh, it's kind of bad, so let's make the audio sound crappy. I'm like, the audio never sounded crappy. There's just like really weird things that they chose to make fun, and it was making fun of the show as opposed to you kind of making fun with the audience. It was like making fun of the show and the audience. It was just
Automatic Gazelle did such a great job
yeah.
replicating this style that they even put in the dust speckles that were in the
Oh,
animation
the film,
cells.
yeah.
Yep.
And I just thought that they have lovingly watched
from the people
animated
smoking
series.
in the room. When
It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, watch it. They're
Go
great.
watch it. Yeah.
They did a Threshold and the Best of Both Worlds, and they look Pink Borg.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, yeah.
I made that a Facebook cover or header for a while. That was just it was so perfect.
Some love for Murder Bean.
Oh.
And ironically, he's cuddling because Aaron Trigger says, must cuddle Murder Bean.
Well, you can cuddle her, but she'll bite you.
Yeah, she bit you. I mean, Teddy never did.
Oh, that's when obviously Aaron went missing. Yep.
Yeah.
Did Lucien beam Aaron to the center of the universe? Yes.
Yeah, that's
He just did it. Yes.
Lucien was popping his peck. Boink, 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 boink,
Yeah,
boink.
right. Don't you wish you could work out like me? I always liked.
It's all
Team.
magic.
Good movie. I like that it was boxing.
I
Hell
have to admit, I've never seen
Me an
Teen Wolf
Angel.
I
2.
don't think I've seen it either.
Montage. Amazing.
I remember
Oh,
watching
Mannequin 2. Mannequin 2 was also the other one that did the TOO. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to remember what other movie did that.
Do you think after a while it was like
That one,
every time
that was kind of interesting too. I think somebody told me like there's an interesting storyline in that.
I saw it. I didn't hate it. I don't know.
I just think the studios afterwards went TOO is never going on the end of another movie again. Because it's death, isn't it? To all those
It's
movies.
too fast, too few.
Yeah,
except for that one.
No, those are numbers, but yeah.
I would gladly rewatch the film with a laugh track. So, guys, you guys should do a test of who would do it. Star Trek 5 with a laugh track. Yeah. And Sir Gaines would watch it too. So you got two people that are ready. To
Very nice.
I really need to go back and watch the episode again to see if I can spot the Aquaman. I'm definitely never going to look at He-Man the same way again either.
No, but you should go over to the Jason Roy Gaston channel and
yeah.
watch all the amazing videos we've done around He-Man. There is over 50 at this point. So go check
Power of J Skull.
Power of J Skull.
Happy birthday to Teddy's handler. Happy birthday. My lovely Amy. I really need to get his book. Or this
do.
Yeah, you got to get your book.
Have you got the book right there, Aaron?
Yeah,
I'm trying to find
hold
the
it up
Aquaman.
to the screen.
Look.
Oh,
Yeah, hold it up to the screen.
Yeah, just
wait a second. I got there's the.
He's notating himself.
There it is. If you can, I don't know if I can get that to work, but
probably. No, the green screen.
That's funny. Hang on. I'll just turn off the virtual background. No, none there. So you can see.
Oh, neat.
Oh,
them. So that pose is the Aquaman.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
we
couldn't put them in the book because they were not they're not Paramount's property.
Yeah, but that's
the book, guys.
Yeah,
Universe. It was reprinted for the 50th anniversary. You can tell by the 50th anniversary. On it.
And it's a good book, and it's available wherever books are sold, including
if you can get it at a local, like your local bookstore, so much the better. But
yeah,
we don't have.
Somebody took a picture of it in the Philippines, which is like crazy.
That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't have a local bookstore, so I have mine on my Amazon wish list. So if anybody would like to buy it for me,
well, we have a
theory. Oh, sorry. If I get to Star Trek Las Vegas, that's now in doubt because of the aforementioned dental work that cost way too much money.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on a panel with the Okudas, which is like that I want to do.
That would have been
so
amazing.
yeah. Well, I'm hoping. I'm still fingers crossed so I can work something out. But if I do, I will be signing a stack of books at the Trek Geeks.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna try to be there as well, so I hope that you're there
Okay.
also, so we can
Awesome.
meet in person at last.
Yeah, Trek Geeks. But
the sad reality, neither of them will be there.
We can't do the Trek Geeks scandal because Jason went.
Press that.
I thought that was the reason why you thought I wasn't going to be there. Like Teddy was I'm going to look out of the plane window. Teddy's going to be on the wing, just looking at me, going,
There's something on the wing of the airplane.
"There,
It's like Shatner.
on the plane. Some dog is on the plane."
Yeah.
I saw actually a funny meme with that today, but it was William Shatner outside the window was Tuvix. So I thought,
Oh wow, that's great. That's great.
I did one with Bonnie Bell, who's the voice of the computer on Prodigy. She had a picture of her like doing that, like she was looking at the monster outside the airplane. I put William Shatner outside.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great.
She's like, I love that. I cannot post that. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Do it anyway. It's a great picture of her and Teddy. Teddy loves Bonnie, so I don't know.
Yeah, Bonnie is a great person. I've known her since like years before this Star Trek connection, so that's kind of cool.
Oh wow.
Like, she had this is quickly. She posted something like a vague posting. It's like, oh, I just auditioned for like my dream thing, and I had known that Prodigy was coming because I'd heard about it, and so I just messaged her. I'm like, did you just audition for Prodigy? She's like, how did you know that? Don't tell anybody, because nobody was supposed to know at that point. I'm like, no, I just like I know you, I know the show. Like I figured you should have voices. So yeah, so I got to be one of the early persons that knew that she was.
That's awesome. That. She's also the voice in Street Fighter. She does some of the. Is one of the voices. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the cool characters. My Figure Universe says I didn't discover the Star Trek animated series until the mid 1980s when it was on Nickelodeon. I
think we'd all the same with that. Yeah.
I think I refound it then. It was one of those like, oh yeah, this show exists, and wait, this is like a whole new, TOS. Like, why did people forget this thing?
What's amazing about the animated series is I was in a White Elephant or Secret Santa, and everybody knew I love Star Trek, so somebody bought me the animated series, the whole box set on DVD.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'll never forget that.
Fun fact: it was the first series to be put out that was complete. It was on Laserdisc.
Yeah. Oh
wow!
Originally,
yeah. My Figure Universe did not like very short tracks. It was abysmal.
I liked one of them.
Are good, but I like the last one.
I think it's hard to judge because comedy is so subjective.
Yeah, but there was some.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody hates it, they're very right to feel it. But there's somebody else that thinks it's the funniest thing ever.
I'm sure somebody likes the Booger episode. I'm sure somebody likes whatever other ones they did.
They're fine, but they were not what they were doing. What they were supposed to. It was supposed to be honoring the animated series for the 50th.
I agree
so
with you
that's not what that was.
Should never be done at that time.
I love the holodeck inside the holodeck inside the holodeck.
Yes,
episode.
that was Aaron
That was
Walke.
my favorite. Mostly because I was just like, oh, they're acknowledging Prodigy exists.
Yes, and the last episode was supposed to be the first one but it took technically longer to make, so they put it at the end. But if that had come first, and you had like the two kind of crummy ones, and then the holodeck episode, like I think that would have been more
bookending.
I think you were right, Aaron, in saying it was a poor marketing decision to do it at the 50th anniversary. Parodies and things like that, they're fun, great to have.
Yeah.
But that's the time where you put the show on the pedestal.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Like that, even the last one with the music and everything was really fun. It was what was hilarious is that Marissa's playing like a tambourine, and if you know 70s animation, she's playing the tambourine that the Josie and the Pussycats.
Yes,
was the exact same one.
The same hip movement and
so I'm like, cool. Okay, so that's the kind of like, okay, that is kind of honoring the animation and making fun of the right things. It seems like
and
and the holodeck thing was really hilarious. The looping,
that was
layers within layer within layer.
Yeah, it was like what was it? What was that one that Leo DiCaprio was in?
Inception.
Inception. Yes, it was the Inception. Trekception. Yes. And this is our good friend Damon. I remember the animated show content, but I don't remember watching it much. Okay. Okay. I appreciate the Aquaman update. Yeah, unfortunately, we all don't have a local bookstore, so I've added it to my Amazon wish list.
Cool. All right, we ready to move on? Oh, okay.
We got one. This is interesting. The animated series on DVD is actually out of print now, so it's pretty expensive to buy that. It's a good thing to hold on to physically.
Wow. The DVD, but maybe there's Blu-ray.
Yeah, the DVD. Yeah, the Bluray is.
The Blu-ray would be everywhere. Yeah.
The DVD has like a cool case though. They have I think that's the
neatest
white
looking
one.
I have it. So
I have it over here somewhere.
All right, let's roll on, Jace.
Let's move on. All right, it's time for Name That Trek Episode.
It's time for Name That Trek Episode. The hell is
Every time I laugh every time I hear that. The trail off is great.
I have to explain this to people out there. This Name This Trek episode right below us here is an image from a Star Trek episode. Over the next 30 seconds, this thing will slowly reveal. And one of these gentlemen here will have to yell out oi once they know it is, name it. But the bonus thing is some of our live viewers right now will get attached to the hip with our guests and co-hosts. So, Joe, who's going to be attached to who?
All right, so D-Man is going to be with Aaron.
Yep.
Apologies in advance.
Yeah, I'm going to put My Figure Universe with me.
Yeah.
And then
My Figure Universe.
Yeah, and then I'm going to put Aaron Sugar with Jason.
All right. Okay, guys, here we go. It's time to name that Trek episode.
It's a good one because it's blurry.
Yes, that's the idea. We don't want to give it away, but you should start to have a good sense of where we are now.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you know, who said it?
Is this oi.
I heard Joe first.
Yeah, jeez Louise.
What's the name of the episode?
This is the one with the...
No, I need the name of the episode.
Oh.
You're out. Okay, who was
right.
next? I
Jason.
think it was Jason. What was the name of the
This
episode?
is a guess. I think it's statistical probabilities.
Well, let's find out over the next. Do you agree with that, guys? Do you think he's right? Do you think
Sounds
he's
good because I
wrong?
remember this is all the augments that came together. And well, that's a stupid question. You know that one.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's find out. We're letting the clock go over. And what does it say?
Wow.
Season 6.
Which is a great episode too. That is.
It is a great episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
My brain went augments and then wouldn't unlatch that word. I'm like, that's not right.
That's what
I know
was
it's not.
All right. Well, that was it. And now, what are they going to win, Joe?
They are going to win one of the amazing pins that we have partnered up with. Yeah, with the if we're all noticing, we're wearing our Pride pins for the month of
cool.
June.
I need one of those.
Yeah, Exolansis has been a gem, and she has.
All right. Well, you want to just move into that plug right now since we're talking
let's do
about
that.
them?
Yes, sure, absolutely. If you have checked out our amazing Instagram page, you have noticed that we've partnered up with Exolansis. We have our bags that she is popping out all over the world, all the United States anyway, and the wonderful cons that she is going to in her booth. You buy one of her amazing handmade pins and earrings, you can have the chance to get a Captain's Quadrant bag, which is a lot of fun too. And she makes amazing stickers and all handmade. She also makes, besides pins, she makes handbag totes, earrings. Just so much fun. All Star Trek. She is amazing. And
how's this, Joe? We had a really great, let's get the camera angle right, a really great comment from.
Yes.
So, and we got this come up.
Ed Pujol. He said, "This is an awesome. This is an awesome design. Looks great. In fact, made it a point to make it my first purchase from this artist this very week, because of the posts like this." Yes,
there you go. Which is all the more reason for any other sponsors out there that would like to support this little channel, because people will buy things from you. So it's worth investing in us.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh wow. Oh, so this person knows Ed. It's pronounced Poge like rogue.
Pogue like rogue.
Pogue like rogue. Okay, Pogue.
Yep.
Ed Pogue. Well, thank you, Ed. Oh, it's you. Oh, that's always good. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. For
You sure you know how to pronounce your own name? No.
I kind of like no. It's like my last name. In my yearbook, it's Pambo.
Let's wrap this thing up. Eh?
That
Just
is
talking about you. Everybody hates you. Congratulations.
we have a very epic movie coming out with her. I can't wait for that to drop. But we also have a little bit of fun news. Our panel from Trek Long Island the video is now ready, and that will be available this week.
Yay.
You can hear our interview with Ethan Phillips live from Trek Long Island on June 1st, I think it was. And it's a lot of fun. There is so many great questions from us to him, and so much fun. There's a lot of laughs. Greatly attended convention, and a whole lot of fun talking with Ethan, who is a gem and a legend in the Trek universe, but also television itself. So a lot of fun there. Be sure to check it out. It'll drop probably Wednesday, Thursday this week. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so that when it comes out, you are alerted and you don't miss out, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll see the joy in VHS Jace's face of being in front of all those people in Trek Long.
Unlike the lack of joy right now.
So, yeah. What else do we have to say this week, Jason?
Nothing. Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you, Aaron, for being an amazing guest.
Yes.
Do you have anything to plug, Aaron? Where can people find you?
This month was the Sons of Trek cover B was mine. Hopefully be going to Vegas for 2 panels. And the book. Those are 3 right now. Drawn to Trek, our podcast is coming back once Prodigy comes back, so I will be watching television for several hours straight shortly here.
Yeah.
And then recording a lot, so yeah.
There you go. Amazing.
Excellent.
All right, guys, until next week, thank you so much, Jason. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you so much, Aaron. And we'll see you.
Wait a second. We can't leave. We just about forgot the most important thing of this whole show before we can even do next week. And that is, of course,
the Wheel of Agony.
Yeah, let me just get prepped for that, though, because
all right, so I
fill in.
All right, so
unforgettable Voyager. There, okay, bye.
Yeah, wait just a moment. Don't go any further. We have to do this. Oh no, wait, I'm not ready.
Well, if we don't have to, I'm happy just to move on if you like.
No.
I don't think you guys getting organised, so.
Yeah,
here we go.
Go for it.
Here we are. The back at the Wheel of Agony. All right, we ready to do the intro?
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not even going to play the intro. We don't have time.
Go for it. Go for it.
We're just going to go for it. Here we go. Spin that wheel. There we go. Whoa!
Holy crap!
That wheel is without honor.
Some maintenance needs to be done on the wheel this week.
The podcast is off the rails.
That's amazing. I guess
we have landed on.
The Jihad. We're doing another animated one.
Oh, hey.
Oh, wow.
I might have to come back.
Jace, bring it out.
All right, Jason.
A team comprising various experts, Kirk and Spock among them, must recover an artifact known as the Soul of the Score. The theft must be kept secret, or a galactic holy war could break out.
Wow.
Well, what are the chances of that?
Right.
The Walkers at Wheel 10. I've got to fix the wheel for sure.
Yeah.
But any advice to give us for next week, then, Aaron, in regards to this?
It's the D&D episode basically. It's got they kind of like So then there's a huge logical issue with something in there too. So that'd be fun to talk about.
If you're available, please welcome.
Yeah, no, I think I will be.
All right,
yes,
cool.
Brilliant. We would love to have you back.
We'll have you back.
Maybe we can actually keep the show in control next week.
Sorry.
We could stop your house going on fire.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
You disappearing.
Yeah, I will. I'll be. Yeah, next week I won't be doing that. I hope.
Awesome.
It was a fun show. We had a blast. It was good. Excellent. All right.
Till next week, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe.